Well, as we proceed to the year end, this year has been a year of roller coaster itself, and Delhi has been battling through several issues as such. Now, as the winters have come, pollution crisis is also deepening, and as we are also proceeding to do a reporter diary from our end, from our channel, our main topic or theme is Delhi's EV revolution, how EVs are becoming the need of the hour, how EVs are becoming at this point of time an importance, a need for the people to adopt at this point of time, where Delhi is severely battling with major pollution crisis itself. Now vehicular pollution is also increasing, and people are also facing major problems because of the high in pollution. Now again, since we are doing this reporter's diary and we are doing this year-end story to bring to you, to our viewers who are watching us on television right now, for the fact to know that yes, EVs are important at this point of time. EVs are going to be a game changer itself. The EV policies are coming by the Delhi government itself, and this is also our initiative from Newsx to make you aware of how important EVs are. Now, to talk more about it, we are joined by a very special guest. We're joined by Ayush Lohia, who is the CEO of Superior Auto. Now, sir, welcome to Newsx.
Thank you.
So again, my very first question, Delhi, like I mentioned also in my intro, Delhi is battling with severe pollution. We've all been here, we're all feeling it. Now, how much emission reduction can large-scale EVs at this point of time, fleet adoption, realistically deliver in intra-city logistics also? And we can talk while we speak.
So basically, if you see, there is 75% of the automotive vehicles are two-wheelers. And two-wheelers and three-wheelers are the category which is used for last mile mobility. For deliveries in today's world, where you talk about Zomato, Swiggy, everything happens on two-wheelers. If we change that mindset from normal gasoline vehicles to electric vehicle, that change will bring massive change in the pollution requirements, pollution generation. If you see, almost 30 to 45% of the pollution comes from vehicle tailpipe. So if you overall see, this can have a drastic reduction, because India as a whole, and particularly Delhi, not unique about it, 75% of the total automotive are with two-wheelers and three-wheelers, 75 to 80%. And that they are the major churner also in, that means in tailpipe emissions. So if we can control that massive number of vehicles from gasoline to electric, it can definitely adapt and make a transition for a better life in Delhi and reduce pollution.
But also again, Delhi EV policies are also coming with, there's this 2.0 EV policy that is also aimed to increase EV adoption to 95% itself of all new vehicles registration for till 2027 now. And also it will expand charging infrastructure and other important details. Now, what opportunities or what challenges are you seeing that is going to happen to meet this very target, especially in terms of, you talk about production, you talk about investments or consumer demand per se?
Okay, so let us take this step by step. If we say, as far as the consumer is concerned, which is the whole ecosystem, because at the end of the day, if the consumer is not adapting electric vehicle, the whole policy will go in drain. So the major reason why what customer looks at is definitely the price benefits. If you see overall from last 2 months, since September 30th, when the GST norm has changed, actually the IC vehicle cost has come down, because the structure of GST in GST 2.0 in automotive segment, even in two-wheelers, has been reduced from 28% to 18%. This has reduced the competitiveness of electric vehicle over gasoline vehicle. This is the major change, and that's why we see that there is a drastic change in demand for gasoline two-wheelers, especially motorcycle and scooters. So to have those kind of benefits, Delhi government should come up with a policy so that two-wheelers are again being used and are better TCO and better upfront cost, so that the customer can move from gasoline vehicle to electric vehicle. That is one thing. Apart from that, a consumer has a mindset of range anxiety. Definitely electric two-wheelers and three-wheeler does not require that, but still, to satisfy the need of the customer, so that they don't feel stranded on road out of charge, they need to have charging infrastructure very effectively available, of the course, and battery swapping. Both of these systems are the infrastructure improving day by day, but still needs more attention, so that the actual consumer can use electric vehicle and they don't feel like at any point of time any range anxiety while driving on road, even during daytime or at night.
And sir, also again there is a plan to set up at least 3,500 charging stations this year, and then plan to make more of it in the next year itself, and over 13,700 by 2030 rather, across the national capital and NCR itself. Now, how critical is the role of a robust charging infrastructure in accelerating consumer confidence and even uptake of EVs, particularly for two-wheelers and three-wheelers especially?
So if you see in two-wheelers and three-wheelers, electric charging infrastructure does not have major roadblock. Why? Because in two-wheelers and three-wheelers, you can charge your scooter, your battery, or a three-wheeler by a normal 50 ampere socket. So that is not a major challenge. But as I said, the anxiety is one of the major challenge what a consumer behaves or faces in electric vehicle, which can be definitely addressed if we have more charging stations or swapping stations where a battery can be swapped from uncharged battery to a new charged battery within a matter of seconds, much quicker than even how you refuel the fuel tank in an IC vehicle. But yes, it is still a roadblock which need to be addressed. So good swapping infrastructure and good charging infrastructure can definitely help. Apart from that, if you see cars particularly, or LCVs and that matter, which are also plays an important role in pollution, generating pollution within the city of Delhi. The charging infrastructure is very important because people don't buy cars because cars can only be charged quickly if you are having a tea, coffee or lunch break. That can only be done by DC to DC charging or AC chargers, which are sufficient enough, or such big charging, so that over a tea or coffee within half an hour you can have a boost charging, which can at least serve a purpose of 50 to 100 kilometers very easily. So that is very important, so that you can reduce your load on or range anxiety when you are driving four-wheelers and LCVs.
And sir, also like commercial vehicles that you mentioned now are among the biggest urban polluters. Do you believe that electrifying last mile logistics can create faster air quality gains than private EV adoption?
So basically, if you see, a lot of vehicles are pretty old when it comes to LCVs, are more than 4 years, 14 years, 15 years old, and also CNG. CNG do reduce power tailpipe emission, but they don't eradicate it. So electric vehicle is a very good option where any LCV entry level four-wheeler can be replaced by three-wheelers also, and that can reduce pollution levels drastically. Also, if you see in Delhi especially, still you will feel that passenger vehicle, three-wheelers especially, are very less in numbers in electric, because from last 4 to 5 years there is no new permit which has come up, and Delhi is still regulated by permits under Supreme Court law. So those need to be changed so that old CNG operated vehicles can be replaced by electric vehicles dedicatedly, rather than keeping it open for CNG gasoline vehicles or electric vehicles. It should be dedicatedly said very specifically, should be only electric three-wheelers should be operated, or new permits should be given, or the replacement of old permits to new vehicles should be only for dedicatedly electric three-wheelers. That can definitely impact the pollution level in Delhi.
And sir, again, what is the cost comparison today for our viewers who are watching on television? For them to just make it very simple, again, what is the cost comparison today between an electric vehicle delivery as CNG and a diesel alternative over a 5-year cycle?
So it's very clear. As far as TCO is concerned, you are talking about the total cost of ownership. Within 5 years, I can definitely say, forget about 5 years. Within 2 to 3 years, the cost of ownership for a electric vehicle is much cheaper than that of a gasoline vehicle, including the total cost when you talk about the fuel, the vehicle, the EMIs, or the maintenance cost. So all these costs put together, if you see, electric vehicle are far superior, or will be positive in cost front than that of gasoline vehicles. So there is no comparison, and we can easily make out that.
That's a very last question again. Because since we are also ending this year, we are starting a new year in a couple of days now. Are you hopeful that, again, like we mentioned, we are also running a campaign of making EVs being the need of the hour? Are you hopeful the fact that people will be opting more EVs, the traditional people who have this mindset that fuel, diesel, CNG or petrol are better than EVs, their mindset would be changing, are slowly changing the stereotypes that are also in their mind, that is also slowly changing? And are you hopeful the fact that people are adopting and should be adopting EV at this point of time?
So the change is definitely happen. I would say that if you see in absolute numbers also, the growth is there. But specifically in two-wheeler segment, if you see the growth is not up to that expectation what we expected 3 years, 4 years back. As far as three-wheelers are concerned, the growth has been pretty good. If you see any new vehicle sale, almost 50 to 60% vehicles are electric, including L5 category and L3 category both. And that's why even if you see in last FAME policy, the government has not extended any support for three-wheeler segment, because we are early to consume the total outlay of budget for L5 category vehicles. So if you see from that perspective, government, the consumer is positive. They are confident that definitely in three-wheeler segment, two-wheeler segment, the the product is superior or maybe equivalent to IC vehicles. The only challenge what I still feel is the kind of adaptation which has happened in two-wheeler is not up to that mark or that pace what we anticipated 4 to 5 years back.
And again, before we wrap up, what is the role of EV in curbing pollution? Since we are all in Delhi, we are all battling with severe air quality. The air quality is rising up to 400, 450 in a very alarming conditions. Hospitals are seeing surges also in cases. As an EV entrepreneur yourself, and as someone who knows so much about being also venturing into EV yourself, what is the role of EV in actually curbing pollution, especially in this place?
So if you see that in electric vehicles, there's no absolutely zero tailpipe emission. So there is no doubt about it that electric vehicles really help in reducing real-time pollution levels in any city. Forget about Delhi or any metros. It happens every tailpipe adds to the kind of increasing the pollution levels in the city. So every electric vehicle on road means you are reducing pollution. So I definitely urge all the consumers to please shift from gasoline vehicles to electric vehicle. It will really help all of us it put together, not individually you or me. I'm not saying just because I'm into the business of electric vehicles, even then it really helps. I myself have multiple vehicles which we use in car segment and they are electric now instead of gasoline. Yes, so I would definitely urge everyone to just shift from gasoline vehicles to electric vehicles.
And lastly, since we are ending this year and starting a new year, one message to our viewers who are watching on television.
Drive electric.
Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to us. Yes, like we said, even our channel has also adopted the EV policies, the way where we are also operating in all electric vehicles. And again, this is a very small part of contributing to a better good itself. Like he mentioned, that this is for a greater good. This is for the this is how it is the need of the hour, and it is our campaign also to ensure that there should be more EVs in the market. There should be more adoption. The charging infrastructure should be better to the fact that people know and they rely on EV at this point of time where Delhi is battling with severe air pollution. This is me, Bryan Anthony Thomas, signing off, camera person Sudhir for Newsx, Delhi.